When Applied Micro looked at the space 3 years ago, we started talking to our end customers and we started realizing the scope of the problem that existed in the data center. We said, how can we address this, using not only the internal company expertise that we have, but also look at other processor architectures that may help us get there. And that's where ARM comes into play. So there's sort of two key pieces to XGene solution. One is, we went ahead and licensed the 64-bit ARM architecture. And we worked with them over the past 3 years. So we'll be one of the world's first companies to actually introduce a 64-bit ARM-based server solution. The second piece, as I mentioned, was you had to address more data movement intensive applications rather than compute intensive applications. So what we have done is we have integrated a lot of the high-speed 10 gig I/O into the solution. We have integrated a lot of the high-speed storage I/O into the solution, as well as we've also added additional network acceleration technologies into the solution. So this is how you right-size a solution for the new generation of data center that tends to be more I/O and memory bound rather than purely compute bound. What Applied Micro is doing with XGene are sort of three key areas that you see today in a public cloud infrastructure. Right? One being web servers. It's the web tier. How do we address that? And from the sheer fact that we're using a high performance, low power solution using 64-bit ARM and all of the integration that we've done allows us to pack more density of nodes in a smaller form factor, in a smaller space footprint, in a smaller power footprint. Within XGene, we have implemented the 64-bit ARM ISA. And the key reason for this is that we wanted to broaden the scope of applications we could address. And 64-bit certainly allows us to do that, along with supporting some of the virtualization technologies that will be required to be supported. The other piece also is that we have integrated high-speed, high-bandwidth DDR3 memory. And there's plenty of DDR3 memory throughput and capacity available within the XGene solution. And this allows us to go after some of the more in-memory caching type applications.